What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how I transformed half of my face into a jack-o'-lantern and the other half is the same glam that I normally do every day. So if you guys want to see how I accomplished this look for Halloween, then definitely stay tuned. So I'm going to fill you guys in on what we have so far. I filled in one of my eyebrows and then I just have my base on. I'm using the IT Cosmetics CC cream, so I don't feel like I need to talk to you guys about that much anymore. I've only done one eyebrow since you're like turning into a pumpkin, I guess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nude eyeliner. This one is by NARS. I'm just going to use this to map out kind of where I want the shape to go. So I know that I want this part of my face to be regular. And then I also know that my mouth is going to be normal as well. Well, maybe half of my mouth will be normal. So I know that these spots are going to be normal skin, but I still need to shade a little bit on the inside just to make it look a little bit more dimensional. So I'm going to be using my MAC Cosmetics contour kit, and I'm going to be using the shade that I normally contour my face with, which is this middle one right down here. And I'm going to be taking this on a Wet n Wild pack. I don't know what kind of brush this is actually, but it is just a really flat top brush, kind of like that. There, I don't know. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat that same shading on the eye portion. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm only getting the product on the tip of the brush, and the way that this brush is shaped is that it kind of tapers out the product itself. So you don't necessarily need to worry about blending that edge as long as you focus on getting the product on the tip of the brush. And then once you have kind of that harsh line, I'll just go in and use kind of flicking motions to blend in the rest of my foundation to that contour shade. Once you have that area defined, you can really kind of play up what you want to make the other portion of your face. I personally want to make it a pumpkin, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Mayron Paradise paint in the color orange and paint that side of my face. And just use a little bit of water to activate the paint, and then I'm gonna go in with orange, and then I'm also gonna take a little bit of coral and mix those together. And then once I have kind of like a little bit of a thinner paint consistency, I'm just gonna start to go in and paint. And actually what I'm going to do that's going to make this a lot easier is use a beauty blender. I want to make sure that the beauty blender isn't really wet because these are water paint, so I don't want to thin out the color. The brush that I'm using is just a literal craft store brush. I buy the like little packs for like $4 that come with like 20 brushes, and you get all the different sizes, and those are mainly what I use for Halloween makeup and just makeup in general. And then before that dries fully, I'm going to blend out the edges with my beauty sponge. Now that I have that orange portion defined, I'm going to go in and define the edges along the seam. So I want to make them a lot darker than what they currently are. I'm going to be using regular eyeshadow for this. I'm going to be using the shade Morocco by Makeup Geek. I'm going to be taking this on a BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, and I'm pretty sure this is from their Smoke and Mirrors Smoke collection. The next thing that I'm going to do is define the actual lines on the pumpkin skull, or on the pumpkin face. So, ooh, pumpkin skull. I'm going to be taking, again, just another craft store brush. This is just a small angled brush. And I'm going to be using Morocco, which is the same shade that I used to define my eye. And then I'm also going to map out this portion of the jack-o'-lantern's mouth. So it's been about an hour that I've been chilling with this makeup on in the stage that it's currently in. My boyfriend came home from work for lunch, and then my dad came over, so I wanted to spend some time with them, and I did it as a pumpkin. I'm just gonna go in and clean up some of these edges from the mouth portion here. I'm gonna go in with any black eyeshadow, and the one that I'm using specifically is from the Makeup Forever Volume 4 Artist Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm gonna be taking this on this same Morphe M506 brush with that black shade and running this right underneath my eye, and I really want to kind of like smoke out the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go back in with that detailed paintbrush that I used to define the triangle around my eye, and I'm gonna be taking the Morocco shade again to add in the lines of the pumpkin. I'm gonna kind of start right up here, and you're gonna drag that line straight down to the tip of that triangle. Next, I'm gonna take a smudging brush and I'm gonna use a little bit of Morocco, not too much, just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and smudge out those lines just to diffuse them a little bit, make them look a little bit less precise, I guess. And then at the very ends, if you kind of taper in the shadows into the lines, it'll kind of look like the pumpkin is a little bit more rounded. The next thing that I'm gonna do is apply a little bit of black lipstick to the areas that I applied the black Paradise paint to my lips, just because Paradise paint is water activated, so of course spit or anything like that is gonna take it off. And then I'm gonna apply some chapstick to the other half of my mouth. Oops. As well as go in with a red lipstick because this side is going to be glam. And the final step is to pop a little bit of mascara on the naked eye here. You don't want to go too crazy with the makeup, however you can do like glam if you want to. I want to go just more neutral because I want the focus to be on the pumpkin. So I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara and a little bit of highlight and call it good. The mascara that I'm using is by CoverGirl and it is the Flourish Lash Blast. And the highlighter that I'm going to be using is going to be by e.l.f. This is the new Modern Metals palette. And I'm going to be taking this yellow highlight shade right up here. And then on the other side of this palette, that orange shade, I'm going to be taking that and applying that to the highlight portion of the pumpkin. And that, my friends, is the completed look. I may add a few more details for the photo that I post on Instagram, but overall, this is the general concept. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and my camera is about to die, so I'm sorry if you feel a little bit rushed. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel down below, and I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for 700 subscribers. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. And that, my friends, is the final look. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial and for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you so much for 700 subscribers. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We are going to be growing into a much bigger family from here on out, and I appreciate all of you guys for sticking with me throughout my creative process. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video.